If you're a content creator looking to up your game with your photos for Instagram or the other social platforms, let's take a look at a couple of very easy things you can do to retouch especially dark circles under the eyes inside of Photoshop CC. Now this is beginner level, so if you are advanced, this is probably stuff you've already known. We're going to take a look at a couple of tools that you can very easily use within just a couple of seconds to edit and retouch your photos. Now we are going to zoom in just a little bit on this photo. The first thing that I would probably do in any photo is to adjust my coloring. So I'm going to go down to that little half circle, and I'm just going to go down to brightness and contrast on that lower right side panel that my head is blocking right now for all of you. We're going to pull up that little half circle, that's the brightness and contrast. I'm just going to pull up my contrast just a little bit and my brightness just a touch. I can then adjust for the background if I need to, but for right now, we're just focusing on the face. Clicking back onto the background image or the actual model image layer, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my clone stamp tool. Now this is really nice. I'm going to go up to the top where you can see my mouse. It says opacity. I'm going to lower this down to 28%. This is just going to pick up the skin from wherever else I click and lay it under those eyes. So I'm just using the option tab on my Mac. This might be different for Windows for you. And I am just going to pick a selection of a space, and then I'm just going to tap right under the eyes and drag with my mouse. I am using a Wacom editing tablet, so this is a Wacom Intuos Pro Small. Highly recommend those, and I do have videos here on the YouTube channel. And so anywhere that there's dark circles that I want to fix up, or I just want to fix some shadows or color just a little bit, I'm going to hold down on a new space that has that blank skin, and I'm just going to drag and drop. So right now I'm going to work on my chin just a little bit. I'm just going to kind of fill that out so it's less shadowy there, a little less dark, and you can kind of see how it does not remove those lines. That's incredibly important to make sure you still look human. Now you could get rid of those lines by using your spot heal tool, but that's a little bit on the dramatic side and it's going to make you look very flat. So let me just zoom in a little bit more so we can see a little bit more detail. You can kind of see there's this little line on my neck right there. I can go in and just kind of remove that. I can clean up some of those hairs there. You can see how I'm just tapping and it's removing those very nicely. So you can do that anytime you have like an issue. I've got some like veins on my arms over here. You can kind of see how I'm just cleaning that up a little bit. There's a little spot on my arm down there, and we're just cleaning that up. So these are two very easy basic tools that you can be using to fix up your imagery and still look human. Now, as I'm looking at this, there's a little bit more I want to do that you can do as well. I'm going to go over to my toolbar. And by the way, if you don't have those toolbars, you can go up to your window tab and pull up the toolbar for yourself there. You may have to adjust it a little bit if you don't have all the things I have. But if you're missing things, you're going to look down to where those three little dots are on the bottom, and you'll be able to pull up more things from there. It'll give you more tools that you can be using. So from there, I am going to go ahead and I am going to grab my dodge tool. So it looks like a little circle with arrows, kind of like a lollipop. You may see the burn tool or the sponge tool. They're under the same subheading. Dodge means it's making it lighter. Burn makes it darker. So we're going to go with the dodge, and I'm just going to add a little bit of light to the eyes here. And in fact, here's a little pro tip for you. You can actually very easily lighten those eyes and then grab the dodge or the burn tool and then make the outside of those eyes just a little bit darker. So you can add in mascara if you want, or eyeliner. You can darken those irises of your eyes. I am going to, this is a little not quite as sharp as I want, so I'm grabbing my little sharpening tool. That's the little triangle, and just putting a little bit of that over there. And so now we've got that cleaned up version of a face inside of your photos. And you can do this with all of your photos. The spot heal tool is going to be your friend. The clone tool on 28% opacity is going to help with all that darkness or spacing out the shadows and evening those up a little bit. You can also use dodge and burn if you want to do highlights in your hair, you want to make it look shinier. There's a lot of things that you can be doing, and I want to know, what do you want to learn Photoshop retouching technique wise here? I've been a long time Photoshopper, and I would love to get your questions answered as a professional photographer who has done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of retouches on her clients over the last decade and a half almost. And I would love to get those answered for you. We're dropping daily videos on how you can level up on your content creation to save you time and effort and make sure you feel super comfortable being out on social media and representing your brand and business. I'll see you in the next episode as we continue to help you build up what you're doing inside of your business so you can get back to running your business while still being present on social.